Hey guys, it's Erin, or Everyday Erin, and I am down in my craft room, and it is still quite a hot mess. However, I have been slowly recovering from the aftermath of surgery because we moved a lot of stuff upstairs for me to have surgery, so for me to recover, and we moved a lot of stuff down so I could have space to keep that stuff upstairs in my bedroom. And I am very, very slowly starting to get things back together. So I'm going to give you an ever so brief, very brief, hot and sweaty tour of the craft room. So leave your judgment at the door, or if you need to be judgy, be judgy. I don't really care. This is my space. I love my space. It's probably my favorite place in the house to be inside, followed closely by the kitchen because I love cooking. But anyway, here is a very short, abbreviated tour of my craft room. Over here, I have this dresser was Kristen's grandmother's and it's very sentimental to her, so I use it for miscellaneous household storage, stuff like envelopes, stamps, pens, stuff like that. I have my printer, I have my silhouette, I have my cinch, there's the rest of our pantry. Up here I have my Ivy printer, I have my new label maker, I have the Cuttlebug, my favorite painting that Kristen ever did for me. This is Busted. Love it. Over here we have a little gallery wall of art from all of the nieces, and then that's the Road to Rhinebeck, the original Road to Rhinebeck that Kristen painted for me. And here I have my vinyl storage. This cart here is on wheels, and this is all of Kristen's painting supplies other than her canvases. She had, and some of my spray paints. I have some spray paints in there too, but her paints and her tap shoes are on this cart. And next to it we have some gifts. We have something I bought for someone for Christmas, something for our birthday, a couple stocking stuffers we picked up, and that's this general corner of the craft room. This is probably my favorite section currently of the craft room, and this is my paper crafting area. Now I'm going to tell you, these baskets up here have some wood blanks and things to finish cross stitch on, and some miscellaneous yarn. This is sport weight acrylic yarn, and this is Wool of the Andes Sport, if I remember correctly. And I've been asked a lot on Instagram. All of these baskets are from Target. This hutch was given to us by our friend Nancy because she is moving. She's selling her house, and she asked if I wanted it, and I love this. This holds all of my embellishments and tools and things like that. And then down here I have finished cards, 12 by 12 pads of paper, unfinished cards, blank cards and envelopes, and things like that. Also along here I have some more blank canvas items to work on. This is something I'm looking forward to doing, and this is just a wood truck for my mantle. In this cart here I have all of my 65-pound cardstock in rainbow order, Roy G. Biv order, and then I have 65-pound scraps here and 110-pound scraps here. Oh, and a current project. That's actually not scraps, so I'll have to take care of that. On top of the cart, I keep a project I'm working on. I had been working on some Christmas cards, and then these are some items for when I do swaps, because I've joined some swap groups for paper crafting. I have alpha stickers over here, and one day I got crazy and I made like 100 paper dresses. I'll show you that in a video if I haven't already. These are the same baskets that I have in the vinyl in. They actually came in a 3-pack from Amazon. And up here I have all of my oversized tools. Like I have my Dollar Tree ruler, I have my paper trimmer, a self-healing mat, my scoreboard, a small self-healing mat, some envelope punch board, and things like that. And down here, I have sorted into, like, if I have a bunch of stuff from one collection, I put it in these envelopes I got from Amazon and put them in there. And this is Ernest the Eagle. This is one of the first Auntie Craft Camp projects we ever did. This bookshelf here houses the majority of my yarn, with the exception of the 2 baskets over there. This is now all the yarn that I own, including the 2 top baskets, and it serves me very well. Over here, I'll show you my Hot Mess Express real quick. Behind the, let's do it this way. Behind the bike is a couch that is full of puzzles, and behind that is my cross-stitch wall. This couch is ultimately going to be moved to the other section and one couch moved upstairs. And at that point I have a desk, not a desk, like a work table that's going here that will actually house all of my puzzles. So for now, they have to stay there. And there's a pile of things waiting to be hung on the wall as well. And then my last, in this room, my last Hot Mess Express area is my cross stitch area. This is another thing that once we have the work table, I'll have more place to put my cross stitch stuff, but it is, believe it or not, quasi organized. This looks like a hoarding situation, but it's really not. It's very organized. I know exactly what's there. That's all my finished objects that I just showed in a recent video, or will be showing soon, for cross stitch. And then these are the shelves I made for all of the crafts I do with Sadie. And sadly my ukulele fell down and I have to fix it, so crafts with Sadie. And here is my books and a few little tchotchkes that I keep. This buffet here is where I do all of my crafting with Sadie. I do a lot of my paper crafting here until I have the work table I was talking about. And I do any overhead filming. You can see my gorgeous setup there. So that's what this is. And down under here, this is also another mess. This is just all my miscellaneous craft items that I do with Sadie. Like, see, there's craft stickers. This bucket here is fall. The one next to it is Christmas. So I try and keep that organized for us to work on when we craft. And so it's easier to pull things out by season for myself. And this is my next project up. I have a bunch of these card kits that I would really like to get done and in the card bins. I also have some faux leather because I'm getting ready to do an album for Sadie and I, which I will be sharing with you shortly. And I'm going to try and bind it with this faux leather. And then I bought a can of spray paint and it's the wrong color. I want it to be that color. Not even close to the same color. I have this roll of bulletin board paper that will ultimately become my overhead filming backdrop, but I haven't gotten around to that. I may wait until I have the work desk, but I may not. We shall see. It's a big roll. So this is the seating area in my craft room. There's my ring light. I do need to clean up that table, but it is what it is. I have my bits and bobs is down here. I work on that occasionally when I'm down here. My table. I have some things. Oh, I mentioned I just changed out all my lights. These are all the light bulbs. They're not dead, so I don't really want to get rid of them, recycle them, but this clock and my quilts here need to go back up on the wall, but I'm not ready for that just yet. I, of course, have my all year round tree. Most of the ornaments I made, some Sadie made and Kristen made. And if you ever send me a homemade ornament, it will end up on this tree. And let me see. This is one that was sent to me. This is one that was sent to me. So if you ever send me an ornament, it will stay up all year round. Hi. This is my mantle. I do decorate this for every season. I don't know when you're seeing this video, but it is, when I'm recording it, the Sunday of Labor Day. That's an Auntie Craft Camp project. It's my sheep pull toy. A couple more puzzles that didn't make it to the place they belong, so yep. Here is where you usually see me record. I have a TV tray that I set up with my computer and the ring light, and it works out pretty well for me. This is a sign that this is actually the first piece of home decor Kristen and I ever bought together, and it fell down while I was recovering, and I just haven't put it back up. It goes up there. So I got to get around to that. I should put it over with the rest of the stuff I need to hang up. Over here, I have my sewing machine and my serger, but I also have all the stuff for the arrow garden, which I'm going to be starting some lettuce in soon. It worked so well last year. I have my knitting needles and crochet hooks here. I have some notions here. And I've started to store my ribbon a little differently. I purchased these bobbins from Amazon. Let me see if I can show you better. Originally, my intention was to cut bobbins on my silhouette, but my silhouette does not like cutting chipboard. So I went ahead and I found these on Amazon. They work just great, and they come in 2 sizes, and I just wrap it around it, and it's so much less cumbersome than those spools. So those all go in here. They are fairly organized, although they don't look it. And eventually, all of these may or may not be put onto spools also. We shall see. Or bobbins, not spools. So that is a quick and dirty tour of my craft room. I hope you like it. Oh, you like this little flower? I found it when I was vacuuming on the floor, so I just put it there so I could remember to put it away. Anyway, I don't have the perfect white craft room. I have the perfect craft room for me. It's never going to be that, you don't see anything craft room. But that's okay with me. I love it. It works for me. It's beautiful. I'm very lucky to have this much space. You get to see my vacuum. Congratulations. I know I'm very, very, very lucky to have this much space, and I'm very grateful for it. I didn't go into too much detail about how I store certain things because I just don't have that much insight. I just store them how they work for me. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will answer to the best of my ability. And until next time, I hope you're doing well. All right? Bye.